soulmates, welcome back again to the channel. Today my name is Jenny. So today's video is going to be on the sewing of those beautiful skirts, as you can see on the screen. So this is a simple pencil skirt with a gather or ruffle at the side. Okay, so with a drape gathers and drape ruffles at the side. It's very simple to make. I use this Isiago material, and that is the material I used for my cultural day in the church, and it came out so lovely. I got a lot of comments. This sounds like what I'm interested to learn without wasting your time. Thank you to my new and my returning subscribers. Don't forget to hit on the subscribe button. Don't forget our fashion editing class that is ongoing in the month of September. I would love to see you guys in class. It's just 3,000 naira. So very soon we'll be bringing it down because of so many people that have been sending me messages to reduce the price. Okay, so for now we are leaving it at 3,000 naira. Okay, so if you're interested in becoming a fashion content creator or editor, this class is for you. So without wasting your time, let's get into it, guys. Hello soulmates, welcome back again to today's video. So today this is what we are going to be using for the skirt. So this beautiful Isiago fabric is what I'm going to be using for today's tutorial. So you have to consider the print on this fabric, so which is the head of the lion. When you are cutting your skirt, you have to make sure that the head is not upside down. Okay, so I'm gonna have to fold my fabric into 4 because I'm cutting out the front and the back together. So, and this is also the zip allowance. So at this upper part is going to serve as the waist area. So I'm cutting this skirt for a corset, and for the corset I minus 2 inches from my waist measurement. So my waist is 30 minus 2, I got 28. So I'm going to divide 28 into 4, so which I got 7. Then I'm going to add my stitching allowance of 2 inches and 1 inch for the dart. So the front and the back is going to have a dart. Okay, so after doing that, guys, the next thing I'm going to do is to come down again like this by 8 inches. So this is going to serve as the hip length for me. So go ahead and come down by your hip length. So because this is going to have a band of 1 inch, so I'm going to leave 1 inch at the top. Then I'm going to come down by 23 inches. This is how long I want the skirt to be. Then I'm going to add 2.5 inches extra. So the half inch is for the joining at the upper part with the band, okay, at the waist area. Then the 2 inches is to make sure that the lining is shorter than the main fabric. If you don't understand, I'm going to still show you guys what I meant by when the lining is shorter than the fabric. Okay, so I've gone ahead to mark it out now. Now the next thing I'm going to do is to go ahead and divide my hip measurement by 4, and I'm going to just place it there and add my stitching allowance. Okay, so after doing that, now I'm going to just connect from the hip area now to the waist area like so, with a nice curve. So I'm going to take my actual measurement without the allowance, and I'm going to place it on the lower part of the skirt. Okay, so I placed my hip divided by 4 on that part, exactly my hip divided by 4 on that bottom part of the skirt. Then I connected it like this nicely with a good curve, with a nice curve like so. Then after that, at the zip area now, I decided to use 1.5 inches instead of 2 inches for the zip allowance. Okay, but you can make use of 2 inches, okay, since we are turning with our lining. But for me, I decided to just make use of 1.5. Then after that, go ahead and cut this out. So guys, after cutting this out, this is what we are having. So I'm going to just cut off this top part. So this top part is not needed, this border at the top, so I'm going to just take it off. So after cutting, guys, the next thing I'm going to do is to come down now at the center front, only the center front by ½ inch. Okay, just only the center front. Then I'm going to just connect it with a curve like this all the way to the side, because the front is always curvy and shorter than the back. I hope you know. So just go ahead and do this, and I'm going to just cut it out. So after cutting, this is what we are having now. You can see the skirt shape now is out. So I'm going to be cutting this on my lining. So I'm using a black lining for this tutorial. So I'm going to be notching the zip allowance. Please notch the zip allowance area. So I'm going to open up my lining like so, as you can see. So make sure it's properly placed. Then I'm going to just bring the front and the back of the skirt like this. I'm going to just place them together like this. Now we are going to do something on this part. So I said the lining is going to be shorter, right? Now from the bottom, I'm going to go up by 2 inches. So remember, I added 2.5 inches extra after my actual length. Okay, now I'm going to just take 2 inches. So the lining is going to be shorter than the main fabric by 2 inches. I hope you understand. Then go ahead now and notch that 2 inches line. So from the hemline, that is the bottom part of the skirt, go up by 2 inches and notch it. Please, when you are notching, don't notch at the center front. Okay, please don't notch at the center front, just the side and the zip area. When I was learning tailoring, that was the first mistake I made, notching at the center front. So now this is what we have now, you can see. So I'm going to just take this now. I'm going to place just the front pattern alone on the lining to show you guys what I meant. Now this is how to cut out your lining. I'm going to fold this part now, these 2 inches upward like so. So please go ahead and fold it upward now. So I'm going to just place the skirt like this. Please watch what I'm doing, and I'm going to make sure that the lining and the main fabric overlap by ½ inch. We are going to use that ½ inch to stitch the both of them together. So make sure they lap on each other by ½ inch. Then after doing that, go ahead and cut this out. So guys, after cutting it out now, I'm going to do the same for the back area. So guys, we are done cutting it out, and this is what we have for the front now. So when I fold this part like this, you can see that it will actually meet up with the lining at the bottom part. I hope you understand. Anyway, let me just open it up for you guys to understand what I'm trying to say. So I went ahead to open up the skirt now, and I'm going to place my lining so you can see the distance between the lining and the main fabric. Then I'm going to take the lining, make sure it's placed properly at the bottom part, and I'm going to stitch up the bottom part, then drag it up to the waist area again to meet up at the waist area, then stitch up the side. Okay, so I'm going to also do the same thing for the back area. So make sure you stitch up the bottom first, then drag the lining upward to the waist, then stitch up the side. So after doing that, guys, this is what we have. You can see it at the lining part, how that part went up, the main fabric went up, and this is the right side of the fabric. So you can see what we are having. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to fold my front piece into 2 like this. So we are going to be stitching down the dart. Okay, so we are going to mark out the dart. So that is why I'm folding it into 2. So after folding it into 2 now, I'm going to mark out 3.5 inches. So this is my nipple to nipple measurement divided by 2. Okay, so 3.5. Then I went down by 4.5 inches for the front area of the dart. So that is the length of the dart for the front, 4.5 inches. Then at the both side of this line, I'm going to take ½ inch at the upper side, then I'm going to connect it like this. So this is how to get the dart of the front. So for the back, the length of the dart is going to be longer than that of the front. Okay, so for the back, I think I used 5 inches for the length of the dart. That is just the difference. So I'm going to also mark it at this other side of the front piece. So go ahead and mark it out and make sure the both of them correspond to each other. Okay, then after marking it out, I'm going to just pinch it up like this and stitch it up to that 4.5 inches. I've gone ahead to stitch up the dart for the back. Like I said earlier, the length of the dart for the back is 5 inches, and also the zip allowance, I've stitched it up together, and this is what the right side is looking like. Now, to get this part of your back area to sit properly, you want your bum bum to sit properly on the skirt area. What you are going to do is to go ahead and mark 1 inch at the waist area. So the zip allowance remaining for me is just 1 inch, so I'll mark that 1 inch at the waist area. Then coming down to 8 inches at the hip area, I'm going to go in by ½ inch, okay, so that my bum bum can have space to sit properly. So after that, now I'm going to just connect it like this all the way to 1 inch again to the hemline of the skirt. So after doing that, you can see what we have now at the right side. You can see how the skirt is looking. So after doing that, guys, I've gone ahead to stitch up the dart for the front, and this is what we have for the front. You can see now the next thing I'm going to do is to go ahead now and place this our drape. So for the length of these pieces for the drape is, for me, is 21 inches, and the width is 45 inches. Okay, so you can make it longer and wider depending on how full you want the draping to be. The next thing you are going to do is to just make gathers. At this part, you can just gather it or you can just pleat it, so depending on whichever one works for you. So for me, I gathered it up with my needle and thread. We are going to be draping it now together at the side. After the waist area, I went down by 2.5 inches, so that is how low I want the draping to start from. So you can just make this at any side you want it to be. Like for example, you want the draping part to be at the right or at the left. The next thing now to do is to work with your pin. So I'm going to start draping, pleating and all of it, pinning it down together like so. So just make sure you work with your pin. Okay, so you can see what I'm doing. So like I said earlier, you can gather it up or you can just pleat it with your hands. So it depends on whichever method work for you. So after doing and pinning this down, this is what we have now. So when you drape it up like this is how it's going to stay at the waist area. So before draping it up, I'm going to place the back piece now on the front piece, right side to right side. Make sure the wrapper is inside. Okay, then I'm going to just take my body measurements. Take your body measurement right there. Okay, so after stitching it up, guys, this is what we have. You can see the wrapper at the side looking beautiful. Look at the skirt. I've gone ahead to iron it out. The next thing now to do is to go ahead and drape this. So before draping this, so if this is a gown, you can attach your upper parts to the skirt before attaching the other part of this wrapper, draping it there. Okay, then for me, this is a skirt, so I've cut out the band. So this is the band I cut out, and the length of this band is 3 inches, and the width of this band is the round measurement of my waist plus extra allowance. Okay, add paper stay to the band so that the band can stand firm on your waist area. So after doing that, now you can see this slit. The length of the slit I use is 4.5 inches. This is a short skirt, so 4.5 or 4 inches is okay for a short skirt. Okay, then after doing that, now I'm going to open up the zip area. The opening of the zip area is just, I think, 7 inches. Okay, 7 to 6.5 inches is okay before attaching the band. So I went ahead to now open it, remove the pins, and I'm going to attach this band. Now to attach your band, what you are going to do is to place the right side of the band on the wrong side of the skirt. Okay, then you are going to fold it all the way to the front. After stitching it, you fold it over to the front area like so. I hope you understand. Let me just pin it up for you guys to understand. So I've gone ahead to place my band like this, the right side of the band facing the wrong side of the skirt. So stitch it up all round. Then the next thing is to flip it over to the front. Make sure you are folding by ½ inch towards the front area and stitch it down. So guys, after attaching the band, this is what we have. You can see how the band is beautiful. Go ahead and iron it out. Now it's time for us to attach this part of the wrapper. Drape it on the upper part. So for me, I'm going to be draping this on my body so that I can actually get it right, because I'm going to be putting on a very tight corset. Okay, so I need to get my waist snatched before attaching the drape wrapper on it. So you can drape it on your body or you can drape it on your mannequin. So guys, this is how this skirt came out. Don't forget to attach your zipper. You can see how neat the skirt is, in and out, looking so beautiful. You can use any fabric of your choice in making the skirt. Okay, and guys, this is how it looks on my mannequin. You can see how it's looking on this mannequin, looking so beautiful. You can see how I draped it up and it's now coming down. So I use my needle and thread to tack it, just tack it up. So guys, I hope this tutorial was interesting. Don't forget to hit on the subscribe button, like and share this video. So the upper part, we made it on our online class. So if you're interested, let me know on the comment section. Thank you. See you on the next video. Bye.